Yesterday, tempers flared and a very colorful day with the Pirates wearing the throwbacks. A little fake tag as Jung-Ho Kang deked Bryce Harper, who injured his thumb. A.J. Cole then buzzed the tower of Gong the next time he came up. Cole got tossed, and whenever the bench is clear involving the Pirates, Sean Rodriguez, just based on reputation alone, I think, gets ejected.
Yeah, he had double team. He's like J.J. Watt. You've got to double team him. Keep him off the quarterback. Yeah, so he had the fake tag followed by the purpose pitch. And it got ugly.
Well, it was an awkward landing by Harper, no doubt. But, you know, the idea of kind of the deking a runner, that's pretty common in this game. And
yeah, that's kind of it was you know, most guys, they deke when they're about to receive the ball, and they act as if they're not going to, and then they'll you know, react late. In this instance, the throw wasn't coming.
Toward the middle, Russell's got it. Out at first. Oh, what a play by Russell.
Well, add that to the montage, the highlight reel of Addison Russell. Another spectacular play.
It's the ability to get up that quickly after leaving his feet. How does he just do that?
Yeah.
And then make an accurate throw. Fastball strike on Rodriguez.
It was the end of that play. Bang, bang, but they got him.
Oh, 0-2. Rodriguez has been hot as of late at the plate, and his temper was hot yesterday. But Gong really lunged to first base. It's always dangerous, really, about tweaking an ankle. Diving attempt by Bryant. Instead, it'll be Russell, and this time the throw eludes Rizzo. That'll likely be a base hit.
That would have been something to follow up the previous play with one in the hole, and we've seen him make that play.
Might have lost my voice calling that one if he had made that play too.
He just had a little difficulty setting his feet there, and he ran out of time, so he just slung it across the diamond.
Cervelli with a man on, one out. Cubs lead 5-0 here in the fourth. .74 on the curve. And a strike.
Fairly common to see Kyle start to work in more curves as he gets deeper into the game. Give the hitters a different look. That's been a big part of the difference between Kyle last year and this, is his ability to go through the lineup the third time effectively. Looking at the numbers on Kyle earlier today. Batting average against, first time through the batting order, 204. Second time through, 203. Third time through, 204. So very consistent, very hard to hit, even when they get additional looks at him. Last year, third time through, they batted 329 against him.
I almost wonder, the more times guys see Hendricks, you know, the adage is if a hitter gets a lot of looks, as you're referencing, they should be able to gain an advantage. But Kyle stays out of patterns and has so many weapons to use. He might get the hitters to think too much.
Yeah, he talked about it after his last start. He said, you know, throwing the four-seam fastball a little bit more this year than last. I think it's just, you know, learning the hitters, understanding what their strengths and weaknesses are, and trusting his own game plan.
Cervelli has struck out both times, and now it's Frazier. Kyle began the year as the Cubs' #5 starter, and it is very possible he could get the ball in Game 2 of the division series ahead of Jake Arrieta. That's the kind of year he's had.
He's allowed 15 home runs this year, only 2 of those with men on base. I mean, if you try to break him down statistically and find a weakness, I can't find one. He's got a 193 first inning ERA. Sometimes there are guys that, if you're going to get him, you got to get him early. You're not going to get him at all. Well, he hasn't given up any significant damage early.
He has set a new career high in innings. He was 1 behind last year's total of 180 going into this start tonight. Chance to maybe double his win total from last season. He'll end up making 30 starts total after Sunday's game. Three and 2. Walks and strikeouts totals very similar last year to this year. Called strike 3 on a fastball. Just tied up in knots. The Pirates hitters here tonight. After 4, it's the Cubs 5 and the Pirates nothing.
In Chicago, some things just go together, like front porches and blue W's, bricks and ivy, Waveland Avenue and souvenirs, Jake and State Farm. Like home and auto insurance with State Farm, they just go together, and they save you time and money. Just another way we're here to help life go right. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
I had an excellent car buying experience with a seamless transaction. 5 stars.
My salesperson was as good as it gets. She made the experience comfortable and relaxed.
These are the reviews we get all of the time from our customers at Bill Jacobs Mini. As soon as you walk through the door, you'll know this is going to be different because our people make the difference. At Bill Jacobs Mini in Naperville, it's the cars that bring you in, but the experience that brings you back. Get 0% APR for 72 months and $1,800 cash back on a new 2016 Mini Countryman. Details at BillJacobsMini.com.
I've always believed that caring for families is the best way to keep our community healthy and safe, which is why I do things like provide opportunities for children to learn through the Reading Buddies program, help fund child safety programs, and give to the homeless. It's also why I got into personal injury law. It gives me the opportunity to help people at a time of tremendous loss, because helping injured people win justice is its own reward.
Cubs, Pirates, tomorrow at 6 on CSN Chicago.
Why fly O'Hare when you can fly NJet? NJet, Chicagoland's choice of jet charter service. Just drive up and take off. For a quote, visit n-jet.com or call 888-FLY-NJET.
All Cubs so far tonight. They lead 5-0. They'll bat here in the 5th inning. One and 0 on Jason Hayward.
That NJet, they'll pick you up right at your house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, pull right into the driveway. It's pretty slick.
They have self-folding wings.
Like a DeLorean.
Cardinals are down early 2-0 to the Reds at home. Marlins lead the Mets 7-0 in the bottom of the 4th tonight. Bartolo Colon got pulled early. Ground ball to second. It's Rodriguez to get Hayward.
Pirates, despite all those injuries, hang in there. A game up in the wild card race.
May not happen, but I'll tell you what, it is really possible. You could have a three-way tie for 2 spots. They're not giving up just yet.
Pirates, that's what Pirates do. They don't give up. They're going to continue to plunder.
One strike offering up and in. Russell got ticked by a pitch in the 4th. He ticked it.
Ticked him. He almost got ticked again. He's going to get ticked off.
Change up in the dirt. 2-1. Joe Madden has been through this a lot. Postseason runs when he was on Mike Scioscia's staff with the Angels as a manager of the Rays, and last year in his first year with the Cubs. And the thing about postseason experience can be overrated. You got to get there for the first time at some point. The Cubs did last year, but it can't hurt to have a lot of experience in the back of that brain as you try to prepare your troops for what should be a wild ride. Center field, McCutchen is back on it, and he makes the grab right on the edge of the warning track for the out.
Don't miss your chance to experience spring training at beautiful Sloan Park in Mesa, Arizona. Reserve your place in line by joining the spring training season ticket holder waiting list. It's easy and free to register. For details, visit sloanpark.com. Most people will be there.
Almora Jr. bunt single and a run in the 4th, just ahead of the Baez grand slam. So the Cubs have a big roster here in September. Got to get down to 25 for game 1 of the division series. You're going to have a small taxi squad of players you will have with the team. They'll travel in case of an injury. There might be a few players on the September roster who could head back to Arizona and stay in shape just in case. A few tough decisions coming up early next week in terms of who will be on the division series active roster.
And Joe said they've had a lot of meetings and conversations, have not made any final decisions yet.
Fans and media tend to want to know these things a week before they need to, and the reason organizations, managers don't make such pronouncements is because we still have 7 games to go. You could have an injury. You don't want to tell a player he hasn't made it when he might, and you don't want to tell a guy that it looks like he has made it and then you change your mind 5 days later. Line into right. One thing I do love about Joe is he doesn't mind the speculation. He tells the media, he goes on the Score every week, he said, go ahead, speculate. That's the beauty of it. Have at it. There are some managers who might bristle at the questions. Who's going to be in your rotation? Well, I don't have to tell you now. I'll tell you next week. Well, Joe doesn't operate that way.
Yeah, and I think a lot of managers, most managers, don't like to be second guessed on just their in-game decisions. And I think Joe relishes the opportunity to explain himself too. If people have questions about the way he used his bullpen or why so-and-so came out for a pinch hitter, I think Joe would rather be asked so he can explain himself as opposed to being second guessed out there. And he usually does that anyway. Usually in his post-game press conference, you'll notice before it's even brought up by the writers, he'll touch on a couple key moments over the course of the game and say, here's why. In a particular moment, he did a certain thing.
Well, he did it last night. He said, by the way, it was John Lester's idea to take David Ross out of the game. He said, I don't take any credit for that.
Phillips not a hard thrower. You see 89 to 91. Change up and a breaking ball. That repertoire in the hair, a little bit like James Russell.
Good call. And he gets Baez to end the inning. I'm kind of thinking former NHL enforcer Chris Simon got that kind of a look. 5-0 Cubs.
Advanced Audi A4. Experience the Audi A4 at your local dealer.
Hello? This is she.
Is that the doctor?
Okay, wow, really? It's two? That's great news, thank you.
It's two?
Yes, it's two. It's 2 for 1 windows at Feldco.
Feldco is offering 2 windows for the price of 1, with no money down and no interest for 1 year.
2 windows for the price of 1 ends Friday. Hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Upgrade your roof with shingles from Owens Corning. They're durable and resist wind up to 60 miles per hour. Owens Corning offers a wide selection of shingles that give instant curb appeal to your home. Classic 3-tab shingles are only $14.99 after rebate. Make your home energy efficient with Knauf fiberglass insulation. This fiberglass blowing wool is great for attics, and it's easy to install. Cover more than 65 square feet for just $19.99 after rebate. Find this and more during Menards Made in the USA sale.
Save big money at Menards.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan in our Comcast Sportsnet studios with the Sportsnet Central update presented by Bob's Discount Furniture, home of untouchable values. Holly joins me for Blue Cross Blue Shield Cup postgame live after the final out. Then later tonight, Sportsnet Central recaps the night on the Diamond, plus highlights from Bulls Media Day. Now we go back to Pittsburgh. Len and JD.
Thank you, Cap. We are back. It is the bottom half of the 5th inning, and the Cubs comfortably in front of the Pirates 5-0 with Kyle Hendricks on the mound. 8-9-1 to bat here for Pittsburgh.
One to Mercer. Similar spot, ball 2. Alan Hansen, switch hitting infielder, is on deck.
One of the Hansen brothers.
We're getting into hockey mode. Blackhawks will be here for preseason tilt with the Penguins on Friday night.
Recalibrate, find the zone on 3-0. See if we can come back and get Mercer here. This brings a little pop to the bottom of the batting order. He's hit 11 home runs this year, driven in 59.
Hendricks pops off the mound, makes the play.
Pretty slick. Time now for the Quicken Loans Rocket Arms. Man, we've seen some good pitching here the last couple of seasons, have we not? Dominant stretches last 2 years. Jake Arrieta, historic what he did last year. June 21st through October 2nd. 20 starts, 16-1 with an 0.86 ERA. But look at what Hendricks and Lester have done this year, both having extended streaks of dominant pitching. Hendricks and Lester neck and neck there as they battle for the Cy Young Award. Max Scherzer certainly in the conversation.
Yeah, and kind of buried in the David Ross show last night was John Lester. Just another great outing. Every home start he made in the regular season was a quality start. Hansen, 23 years old, from the Dominican Republic. He rolls to Rizzo, who will beat him to first. 2 outs. Curve in for a strike.
4 strikeouts, no walks for Kyle so far tonight. 8 outs on the ground. As is often the case with Kyle out there, there's been a lot of weak contact. Hitters off stride, off the barrel, in on the hands or down near the end of the bat.
Swing and a miss, and the inning is over. Cubs lead the Pirates after 5. It's 5-0.
This may look like just a car driving down the road, but the Camry is so much more. It's the product of over $1 million an hour of research and development to enhance its cutting-edge features. We worry about every single detail, so by the time it gets to you, there's nothing left to worry about. Tested, trusted Toyota. Lease a new 2017 Camry with 0 due at signing, or get 0% APR for 72 months plus $500 bonus cash. Find yours at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Know your financial plan won't keep you up at night. Know you have insights from professional investment strategists to help set your mind at ease. Know that planning for retirement can be the least of your worries. With the guidance of a PNC Investments financial advisor, know you can get help staying on track for the future you've always wanted.
My Allen USB port, the USB port that looks suspiciously like a sofa. It's probably the best looking USB port ever and only $7.99. Plug in your devices and binge watch in extreme comfort with my Bobopedic seating. Plus dual power recliners and dual power headrests. Get the USB port that looks suspiciously like a sofa, or the one that looks like a console love seat in dark chocolate or light brown. Each only $7.99. Untouchable and only at my Bob's Discount Furniture.
It's a no-hitter. He is out. They got it. Number 3 for halftime, baby. Cubs win.
CSN Chicago, your home for the 2016 National League Central Division champs.
You can follow Patrick Mooney, our Cubs insider, all season long on CSNChicago.com. Presented by Nationwide's Jeff Vukovich, serving the community for 38 years. Go to jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side.
Hey, there's a new pitcher in the game. Stephen Brault is his name. He's a rookie left-hander. He's pitched 7 times. 0-3 with a 4.26 ERA. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 of 8 left-handers in the Pirate bullpen tonight. Brault's previous work coming as a starter. This is his first time out of their pen. Another one of those finesse style left-handers. Not going to blow you away with velocity. Phillips did a nice job. 2 scoreless innings, allowed a hit, a couple of strikeouts.
Two, got him. Good fastball.
Register for the chance to purchase 2016 postseason tickets for potential games to be played at Wrigley Field. Go to Cubs.com/postseason to register and learn more about this postseason ticket purchase opportunity. The Cubs will conduct random drawings from among eligible fans who successfully complete the registration form. Registration period for the NLCS ends at noon Friday, October 7th.
Coghlan outside.
That's when the Cubs will be preparing to play Game 1 of the NLDS against the ...
We'll find out.
Pirates a game below 500, 77 and 78. Pirates have been playing pretty good ball of late, but I would think it's a consolation prize, no doubt. But to finish above 500 would be meaningful. They had that long run, 20 years where they didn't, and then they've been a playoff team 3 consecutive seasons.
Not hit hard, and he's on. It'll work. So 3rd time he's reached, twice on hits. Right, so 500 used to feel like a big deal. But you'd always rather win more than you lose, for sure. There may be a Pirate fan who says, doesn't matter if you don't make the playoffs, I don't care. And that, I guess, would be progress, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Bryant picked up a single his last time up with runners at 1st and 2nd, but the guy at 2nd was the pitcher Kyle Hendricks, so he only advanced to 3rd. So Bryant still 1 RBI shy of 100. And whatever, I mean, it's not the end of the world if he doesn't get number 100, but he's got a lot of chances, so he'd like to. Sooner the better.
Yeah, and his manager would love to see him get it sooner rather than later as well, because Joe's in this period now, this final week, where he's trying to rest his guys, but he wants to give players a chance to reach some of these milestone numbers they're pursuing.
Bryant has scored 119 runs. Now tied for 3rd in the majors in that department, but only 1 behind the major league leaders. And those guys are Mike Trout, Josh Donaldson. He's tied with Mookie Betts. That gets by Cervelli. Coughlin to second. What else you got sitting around from our last broadcast off Saturday, Sunday? Anything sticking in your craw baseball-wise that you wanted to get out?
No, I don't think so. I'm digging the tattoo that this guy has on his arm.
(3-2). Bryant, deep left center. That'll get it done, and it's gone. RBIs 100 and 101. Home run number 39.
And they are rejoicing in the first base dugout. Good stuff. Last year he ended at 99, and this time he breaks through.
Seven to nothing. How about the home runs tonight?
Blazers. Well, it was interesting. You know, the count runs full. Cervelli goes out there to talk to Brault. As we look at the Ford home run replay, launches that low fastball for his first home run here in this ballpark. But you could almost get into Cervelli's head going out there. Okay, base is open, 3-2. I'm going to come out here and talk to you because we're going to convince this guy that we're going to pitch around him in this situation, and we're going to sneak a piece of cheese by him to get him out. And didn't really work out that well for Cervelli. Either that or he said, hey, whatever you do, don't give in, and the kid just made a real bad pitch.
Meantime, 3-1 on Rizzo. Ball 4. Rizzo's been on 3 times. Make sure you follow In Game Live on CSNChicago.com, presented by State Farm. Here's Ray Searage.
The big difference Pirates this year versus last has been the pitching. Very good last year, but they have struggled this season. Starters ERA 4.72. That's 11th in the National League. Overall team ERA of 4.20, 9th best in the 15-team league. Last year they are near the top.
Tough year for Garrett Cole. Got an elbow issue. He ended up making 21 starts, 7-10 with a 388. An injury plagued campaign, and the disabled list on technically 3 different occasions. Low on Contreras.
Cubs are really dominating time of possession here tonight, forcing these Pirate pitchers to throw plenty of pitches.
Like your alliteration, and you didn't pop any peas. That will get through. Rizzo to third.
Yeah, that one stung a little bit off the end of the bat. Cracked the bat, buzzed the hands. But he got himself a knock. First hit of the night for Contreras. Second reach, he walked in the first. Slowly hit, so it takes a while to get out to the right fielder. Rizzo takes advantage. Scurries on to third. If a man that big can scurry.
Knee-high strike on Hayward. In blowout games, that's by 5 or more runs. The Cubs this year are 41-13. Bounce to third. Gung will get it to the shortstop, Mercer, and safe at second. Throw to third, safe there. I wonder if Clint Hurdle might argue that Mercer had the ball and was trying to pull it out. Doesn't look like they're arguing at this particular time. That was a kind of an awkward try because of the shift. 8-0.
Yeah, it's kind of ugly here, and Gong not sure where to go with the ball. Yeah, Mercer never had control of that baseball. And then I don't know if Rodriguez would have had a better chance picking up the ball with a bare hand and trying to make a more conventional throw than that little backhanded glove flip that he tried.
I believe Mercer will get the error. And I also think an RBI will be given to Hayward, which is his second of the night. Low and inside on Russell.
Cubs with 12 hits in this ball game. Addy has not joined the hit parade. It could happen soon, though. Hitters count.
Also have a feeling we're going to see some bench players on both teams get some at-bats and some reps in the field tonight with the expanded September rosters. So get your scorecards ready. 3-2.
All right, got a little greedy there on 3-1. Can't blame him. He's the only Cub who was not hit safely tonight.
You think he knows that?
He knows that he doesn't have any hits.
But you think he knows he's the only one?
No, but he may or may not know that. I'm guessing he doesn't.
He'll try to turn it again. Actually, the play will be made at the plate. Contreras dancing around, but he's called out. So Cervelli able to finally get him.
Yeah, I thought he'd go around the horn there to try to turn the double play. It's a read play for a third baseman, but typically when the ball's hit right at you sharply like this, you're thinking two. But it would have been 2 long throws with a guy who runs well going down the line. He took the out in front of him.
Two hits for Almora tonight. Jaso gives it a shot and can't quite get there.
Jaso handing the ball to the Pirate fan, not the Cub fan.
I thought he was having a little fun with those kids, but in the end he made sure to grab the ball and give it to that Pirate fan. Not a very popular move in that sea of blue over there.
Oh, it's Jonesy. That's no fun at all. Gary, and we've seen him do this. He's moving way in towards the hitter to decrease the chances of being hit by a line drive, making that a tougher angle, but obviously proximity to the hitter much closer and less time to react.
Second base umpire C.B. Buckner got smoked in a Cardinal series. Floated into right. It's down. Hayward scores. 9-0 Cubs. Second 3-hit game of his young career.
Well, this just a little blooper, but well placed out there in the shallow right field. Contreras hit that little roller through the infield, so the Cubs doing a lot of good things tonight, also having some good fortune.
Strike one to Baez. Fourth inning grand slam. Broke this one wide open. Made it 5-0. One and two.
I'm guessing Cervelli doesn't go 9 tonight.
Kind of has that vibe about it tonight, this game. Not going to make it.
Got that. Get me out of here. Skip. Body language going right now.
Base hit left field. One run is in. The throw to the plate is late. 2 more runs score. 11-0. Javier Baez has knocked in a half a dozen runs tonight. How about the Cubs' first-round draft picks? Baez, Almora, Bryant.
Good theme. That's a good theme right there. We need a first round graphic, first round draft pick damage graphic.
Cued foul by Hendricks. 11-0.
Kyle led off this inning. 1 in the first, 4 in the fourth, 6 in the sixth. Ooh, there's a theme. 1, 4, 6 in the first, fourth, and sixth.
So they've got to be done scoring here.
Go buy a lottery ticket.
So Hendricks will take the ball in the bottom of the sixth, leading 11-0. Chris Bryant surpasses 100 RBIs on the year with his 39th home run.
This car wasn't made in Detroit or Tokyo or Mexico City. This, the Mini Clubman, was crafted in Oxford, England. A place where mass production isn't all that massive. And each car is engineered, customized, tuned, and crafted one at a time. The Mini Clubman, made in Oxford.
Wednesday, hockey is back with a bang as the defending champs hit town for a preseason battle with your Hawks. 2 explosive offenses, only one channel. Blackhawks versus Penguins, starting at 7:30 on CSN+.
This is the last place you'd expect us to talk about staying connected with state-of-the-art technology. Or wow you with a massive touchscreen. Then again, you probably didn't think you'd need your survival skills back on the road either. Jeep Cherokee. Conquer all the world's most challenging places. Celebrating 75 years of the most awarded SUV lineup ever. Or get 20% off MSRP cash allowance for an average of $7,600 in savings on select Cherokee Trailhawk models and dealer stock.
A well-put-together man is said to be sharp. At GMC, we get why people appreciate that kind of precision. After all, precision is the kind of sharp that slices through a crowd. This is the precision of professional grade. It's the GMC 2016 model year sell down. Now get 20% below MSRP on select Sierra 1500 models in stock. That's over $10,300 on this Sierra SLT Crew.
Cubs, Pirates, tomorrow at 6 on CSN Chicago.
Caesar comes into play left. He'll bat in Rizzo's spot. Chris Coughlin goes from left to first to replace Anthony on defense. So 72 pitches through 5. I would imagine Kyle will get here one more inning in the big lead. And if he gets into any trouble, there's some action up in the bullpen. And I don't mean trouble in terms of the game being in jeopardy, but you know, if you're Joe Madden and you got a guy with an ERA of around 2, you
get a chance to protect that.
Yeah. His ERA currently at 2.01. Now that would be interesting if he can get it to like 199 going into his final start.
That could be a difference maker with the award voters.
Ground ball through his legs, but it's right to the shortstop Russell behind second. And Bell is retired.
12 Days of Cubs continues tonight as CSN gets us ready for the postseason with 12 behind-the-scenes stories on your favorite team. Tonight, they compare last year's Cubs team versus this year's. Many faces are the same, but what's the key difference that makes this team a World Series favorite? Tune into Sportsnet Central tonight after Cubs postgame live.
Matt Joyce will bat for McCutcheon. Joyce has set a major league record this year. So a slightly obscure one. Pinch hit walks in a single season. with 21. Leads all major league players with 15 RBIs in the pinch.
So if there was a Manny Mota award for the best pinch hitter, he would probably be a finalist.
Yeah, and probably a few Cardinals would be on the list, right?
Hazel Baker comes to mind.
Inside.
Or maybe you'd want to name it the Lenny Harris Award.
This is the 80th pinch hit plate appearance. He's not hitting for much of an average, but getting on base a ton with the walks as he lines out. Yeah, John Vanderwall, Mark Sweeney, Manny Mota,
Dusty Rhodes.
Right down the middle. Fastball at 87.
Jung Ho 0 for 2 tonight, but he's been hot lately. He's having a nice month of September.
Yeah. He came into the game tonight leading the National League with a 1232 September OPS. Off the end of the bat and served into left. It's the kind of hit you get when you're in a stretch like this.
Hey, in 1912, just to keep our audience clinging to this game, the Cubs had a 9-0 lead over the Reds with Jimmy Lavender on the mound. The Reds came all the way back to take the lead. But then the Cubs won it in the bottom of the inning. Won it 11-10. How about that? Giving up a 9-run lead in the ninth, still winning the ball game.
1912?
1912. Not the year the Titanic sunk?
Sounds about right. Do you want me to Google it?
No.
Okay.
I feel pretty confident.
In the dirt on a curveball.
I watched that movie, The Gangs of New York, on the flight last night. It's a pretty heavy movie when you're half asleep and kind of in a daze, kind of in that traveling in the middle of the night thing.
Right. Back-to-back two-out singles for the Pirates here in the sixth.
Did you sleep on the flight, or did you partake in video entertainment?
I napped.
Yeah.
Although, can you call it a nap at 1:30 in the morning? I slept. This is Jacob Stallings, backup catcher, and he's hitting for Cervelli. There you go, JD. You were all over.
Yeah, it's, you know, when you've given up 11 and back there catching a string of pitchers and balls getting whacked all over the ballpark. It's a frustrating night.
Well, on the heels of Jose Fernandez's death, Arnold Palmer, golfing legend, passed away yesterday afternoon here in Pittsburgh from nearby Latrobe, Pennsylvania. Arnie was 87 and apparently died of complications from heart issues. The King, 7 major championships, won the Masters 4 times. Outside for a ball. 1-1. And a moment of silence here at PNC Park just before the game tonight. And he famously had a great drink named after him.
Yeah, and that's it. You just hope that years from now, when people think of Arnold Palmer, they remember the golfer and the person that he was, and not a beverage like a Shirley Temple.
Stallings fouled it off his foot.
Shirley Temple's a drink. Arnold Palmer's a drink. Tommy John's a surgery.
Spencer Patton up in the bullpen. Stallings game-ending pinch hit RBI single Friday night in the 11th against the Nationals. And he lines to left. Bases loaded. As everyone advances just one. So 3 straight 2-out hits. I don't know about you, but I'm a little nervous. I don't want Kyle to give up a run here.
It's got ERA implications right here.
It does. Frazier now. Chris Bosio, before that happens, will head out. Rick Sofield is their third base coach, and I think he had to make that call, right? Down 11-0. You don't want to end an inning by just trying to get one. And I think he's telling Gong that very thing. Like, I got to be a little conservative here.
Absolutely. It would be folly to send a base runner there. Run yourself out of an inning. You always have to believe that there's a chance you can come back. Pretty smooth sailing for Kyle tonight, but in choppy waters right now. See if he can get out of this mess.
By the way, I tweeted about the game tonight. Channel location, starting pitchers, the whole deal. And that will hold up for Caesar. So the Cubs looking for their first 100-win season since 1935, and they seem to be well on their way as we think about the great Arnold Palmer.
We're Southwest, and we have one word for you. Yes. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. Yes to rewards you can actually use. How you like us now? In a world full of no, we're a plane full of yes. That's transparency.
If it rains and it storms, you might lose TV. No shows tonight when there's snow or high winds or even hail. Kiss your shows goodbye.
We actually have Xfinity, so weather isn't a problem.
Don't get left behind with DirecTV. Xfinity gives you reliable TV service, rain or shine. Sign up today or get started with this great offer. Call or go online today.
It's SUV season from Ford. The best time to get into a new Escape, Edge, or Explorer with features that keep you connected. And with SiriusXM, enjoy 150 channels of commercial-free music, plus sports, entertainment, news, and comedy. That's how you become America's best-selling brand. Now get an Edge or Explorer with 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,750 bonus cash, or lease a 2017 Escape for just $199 a month.
Well, after a really fun night in the home season finale, Cubs are up 11-0 here tonight. Frazier goes to center. Joyce to left. Coughlin with a ground ball to first. Jaso's got it. Pedro Florimon is playing short. Stallings catching. Tommy LaStella will bat for Bryant. Here we go. Feeling like March 26th, not September 26th.
Is it because of the lighter color? It just seems to me that Stallings' mitt is huge, like one you would use to catch a knuckleballer.
It does look really big. Yeah, maybe it is the contrast against the chest protector. Three and one on LaStella. Will he make the division series roster as an ace pinch hitter off the bench? Could it come down to Coughlin or LaStella? Decisions to be made. There's a walk.
Hey, Cub fans, Joe Madden wants you to own his car. Joe's raffling off his signature vehicle for charity. Raffle tickets are $100 each and are available at, well, not at all remaining home games. I guess that would mean the postseason. Or, this is probably the more prudent play, 3721 North Clark Street. Full details available at Cubs.com/Joe's Raffle. I'm not sure when they're raffling that car off. So I would say go to the website.
Get in there. Get a ticket. 1-0 on Matt Caesar. Kyle Hendricks' earned run average after 6 innings tonight is at 1.99. Because it's 11-0.
Yeah.
Because you are not afraid to tackle such crazy questions. If you're in Kyle's shoes and you have one start to go, would you rather be at like 202, knowing that you need like 3 scoreless innings, something to shoot for, as opposed to preserving a sub-2? Now we're getting into psychology.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's done.
Yeah, first of all, you don't admit to anybody that you're thinking about that. All the while, you are absolutely thinking about that.
So, in other words, if you're at 202 and you give up a run, pitch 3 or 4 innings, and you don't make it, you go, well, it wasn't meant to be. But if you're 199,
yeah, and
like you're holding on.
You would have to guard against pitching very defensively, because what you'd want to make sure you did is come out and do this, have the same approach that you've had all season long, because that's worked so well. I think if it were me, I would want to be the 202 guy shooting to get under 2.
Ground ball into center. That's the 15th Cub hit.
Cubs with the biggest run differential by a wide margin in baseball, and getting bigger and bigger here tonight. The Cleveland Indians are on the verge of clinching, right? They've got a 7-game lead over Detroit. But more bad news. Corey Kluber out of the game tonight with a tight groin.
Oh, man.
He went 4 innings, allowed 5 hits and a couple runs.
Yeah, they're leading 5-3 in the 7th. If they win, they take the division.
Who's left? Salazar's down. Carrasco's down. I cannot afford to lose Corey Kluber. And it's funny because I think when you look at it from the Cubs' point of view, all these teams that are either definitely headed towards the postseason or on the cusp, they've all had these significant injury issues that make you think, man, they're easier to beat than they were, a month ago or 2 months ago. It's almost like you get the feeling that this pathway is being cleared.
Right, and that's why when people ask me what makes you nervous about this team, what do you worry about going into the playoffs, and my answer is they will not have an 18-game lead.
Yeah, there's nothing about the Cubs team that makes me nervous. It's just the nature of the postseason.
Right, and that's, I guess, my answer is that everything else you feel pretty good about. By the way, if the Indians win that game tonight, they will be 14-2 against the Tigers this year.
Now they lead 5-3, middle of the 7th.
Two and two. I agree with your assessment that the Indians cannot afford to lose Corey Kluber, but they're going to win their division. They are going to host the division series. Maybe they end up in the World Series, and the open of the broadcast is they lost Corey Kluber, they lost Carrasco, and here they are. So, I mean, yeah, I guess there's a slight chance they could afford to lose Corey Kluber, but it would feel unlikely that they could make a deep run without three of their top starters. You just never know. Swing and a miss, 2 outs.
It would, and I don't know much about that Cleveland team, but it would create some interesting decisions for Terry Francona as he puts his postseason roster together and how he wants to play those games. I mean, he may add a couple extra arms and just kind of go with his bullpen by committee approach as the series develops. I guess Trevor Bauer would become the #1. And then the reports out of Cleveland are that this is a mild injury for Kluber, so it might not be anything significant. But just spitballing here, if it were one of Joe Maddon's considerations as to how many pitchers to put on his roster for that first round series is, what happens if one of my starters goes out and just lays an egg early, or, that's probably not very likely to happen, but maybe an injury, and so you've got to cover innings, and that's one thing he's contemplating. I just get the feeling that when it comes down to would you want one more bench guy or one more arm, I think Joe would tilt towards the arm.
Indians rank second in the American League in runs, first in stolen bases. Hit a lot of doubles, don't hit a ton of home runs, and they've done all this work only getting 29 games from Michael Brantley. Cubs have all these exciting young players. How about Francisco Lindor, 22 years old, all-star with Cleveland, batting over 300, bases loaded.
Munenori Kawasaki will bat for Addison Russell.
So according to your setup of this game tonight, if the Cubs score again, they're going to have to score 7 times this inning, or 8 the next, and or 8 the next, and or 9 in the ninth.
Yeah,
because they got 1 in the first, 4 in the fourth, 6 in the sixth. This is getting ready for the game tonight.
So we do up here too.
Gong bobbles it. Everybody's safe. 12-0.
All right.
Got to score 6 more.
Yeah, here we go.
It's settled in.
Well, tough night. Cubs be an E5 on Gong.
And Clint Hurdle will make a pitching change. Tough night for Brault in relief. Young guys Cool and Brault giving up all the runs so far. So changes coming for the Pirates in the 7th. We'll be back.
Settle down, class. Today's lesson: saving, service, and selection. Get it all at Schaumburg Kia during our model year-end sales event.
Right now, lease a 2017 Sportage LX for just $229 a month.
Be sure to see us before you buy.
Bob Rohrman.
Bob Rohrman, Schaumburg Kia, just west of the Woodfield Mall on Gulf Road, Schaumburg.
It's the fabric that brings an entire nation together. It says to the world, we will never lose faith. We believe in this team. Her generation, his generation, the next generation. Maybe this October, if we fly it high enough and loud enough and proud enough, well, you get the idea.
Jason Rogers comes in to play third. I assume he'll bat ninth. And our Hyundai call to the pen. It is a former Cub, Phil Koch.
Pirates just acquired him recently. I'm not sure exactly why. Maybe they're thinking about next year. Want to take a look at the veteran left-hander. Oh, they got, as I mentioned, they got like 100 left-handers out there in their bullpen. And this is the 3rd consecutive southpaw to enter this ball game. Koch has worked 5 times. Pitched to a 4.15 ERA.
Acquired on Thursday from the Yankees for cash. Koch for cash.
Well, that's nefarious. That's going to get you in trouble. Start dealing in that.
Sounds like something out of the show Narcos. All right, bases loaded, a run in.
Koch pitched 16 times for the Cubs last year. Had a 6.30 ERA.
Ball 1 on Almora.
Most of this year at AAA with the Yankees. 3 appearances with the big club there. A couple with the Pirates.
No, it needs to happen here, since we are into scripting things these last 2 days in terms of Cubs baseball. Don't make an out, Albert. He needs to walk, and Javi Baez needs to hit a grand slam for a 10 RBI night. How fun would that be?
What's the record for RBIs in a game? Somebody had like 12 or 13, didn't they? Sean Green, maybe.
The 4-homer game, possible.
Mark Whitten, hard-hitting Mark Whitten, I think. Had a... Let's look that up. RBI.
Get into the record book.
Game. Yeah, Mark Whitten and Sonny Jim Bottomley back in 1924.
Top of the zone, 2-2.
Mark Whitten did it in 1993.
Did he have a big double header?
It's funny how these little tidbits of baseball information float around in your brain.
Yeah, I remember Mark Whitten having a huge doubleheader, like 6 home runs or something.
And then as soon as you say big doubleheader, I start thinking about Nate Colbert. And I don't know.
Yeah, September 7th, 1993, 4 homers in the second game of a doubleheader. First game, he knocked in 1 run, so tied for the record for most RBIs in a doubleheader, 13, with Nate Colbert.
There you go. Well, here we go. 3-2, 2 outs, everybody on the move.
Center field, Frazier makes a catch. Stretch time in Pittsburgh. Cubs 12, Pirates nothing.
Combining home and auto can save you big. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
Ideal insulated garage doors offer maximum performance, all backed by a limited lifetime warranty. A 9x7 premium insulated garage door is just $349. Or get a 16x7 premium insulated garage door with windows for only $675. Update your home with a new storm door. These Larson storm doors feature a retractable screen so you can let fresh air in. The Royal Oak storm door is just $209. Find this and more during Menards Made in the USA sale.
Save big money at Menards.
It's Peyton on Sunday morning.
E-Man.
What up, Peyton?
You know I have DirecTV NFL Sunday ticket. I get every game, every Sunday, all in HD.
Yeah, I know that.
So you want to come over? I'll make nachos.
I can't right now, man. I'm playing.
All right. Pencil you in for Tuesday.
Get NFL Sunday ticket only on DirecTV and watch live football anywhere. Switch today and get a $100 reward card.
Hello?
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Are you serious? Not khakis. What are you wearing?
For fastballs, call me. For saving time and money, call State Farm.
You sound hideous.
Cub fans, show your team pride with Cubs checking and an official Cubs MasterCard debit card. Only available at your local Wintrust Community Bank. Go to wintrust.com/Cubs to learn more. Member FDIC.
Pedro Strop, recently off the disabled list.
Strop 2-2 with a 2.82 ERA, on for the 52nd time. This will be his second appearance since coming off the DL. Worked an inning against the Cardinals 3 days ago. A walk and a strikeout. That's one of the priorities this final week, get him back into the flow of the season.
Pedro Florimon. Pedro to Pedro, bounced foul.
You hear snippets of a conversation down there in the Pirate bullpen going over their approach against Strop. He's saying sinker slider, fastball slider change and get him up in the zone.
Ground ball to Kawasaki. He's at second. Baez at short. Estella at third. Are you writing in all the changes, or have you given up?
Mostly given up.
You're more focused on content than all the minutia of the lineup changes. I totally get it. Here's Jason Rogers.
Well, that's the fun part of scoring on the iPad, though. With the magic pen here, I can just erase guys, and gives you a little more room to operate.
Oh, 0-2. Strop coming back from the knee injury. Just about a month and a half. This is his second appearance since returning. Scoreless inning against the Cardinals in his return 3 days ago.
Hendricks tonight, 6 innings, 7 hits, no runs, no walks, 5 strikeouts.
There you go. Hendricks at 199. And a third of a run ahead of his teammate John Lester.
Yeah, and like I said, that becomes for me, and again, it's it's silly what justifies, a Cy Young award or an MVP award voter, his thinking. But the guy, if you're looking for separation between like candidates, a sub-2 ERA is a real attention getter.
Yeah, when you're the only one. Absolutely.
Well, he'd probably get some votes from the Pirates. He's absolutely owned this ball club this year. He will be 3-0 against them. And he will have allowed 1 run in 19 innings of work.
Rogers draws the walk.
And what did I say? 5 punch outs tonight, so 21 strikeouts, 1 walk in his 3 starts against Pittsburgh. The ERA against the Pirates this year, 0.47. I don't know if our Pirates are still here. Our well-costumed Pirates. Well, they may even have given up the ship here tonight.
They jumped ship, huh?
They did. No, they didn't.
Oh, they're still here. Or is that...
It's Chris Farley there.
I was going to say members of Poison or something.
Do you believe in ghost stories, Miss Turner?
Have a good time all the time. You know what Halloween is here in Pittsburgh? Wednesday. And Jaso strikes out. Hey, there's there's still time to take a tour of beautiful Wrigley Field this season. Tours are available through October 5th and may include visits to the press box, visitors, clubhouse, dugouts, as well as a chance to actually step on the field. This must-see Chicago attraction houses over 100 years of history. Book your tour at Cubs.com/tours today.
What is today, the 26th? Does that sound right?
It is.
Yeah. Because I was just checking, because there's a National Talk Like a Pirate Day, and I thought, well, how ironic if that were today, but it's not. But today is National Situational Awareness Day. Situational hitting, if you want to make a baseball. It's a National Dumpling Day.
Okay. Is there a definition of the situational awareness? Is this about, like, aware of your personal safety when you're walking around town? Don't
Yes, it's the
stare at your
foundation of one's
iPhone.
personal safety. Focuses on being aware and paying attention to your environment.
Well, if you were walking past that guy wielding a sword, even though it's plastic, you might want to pay attention.
National Dumpling Day, National Johnny Appleseed Day, National Shamu the Whale Day, and National Pancake Day.
We got to have dueling national days, right? Going to have two on the same day, where it's like National Angel Day and National Devil Day. Pedro Strop with a scoreless 7th. And the Cubs lead on National Dumpling Day, 12-0.
If you feel like singing a song and you want other people to sing along, just sing what you feel. Don't let anyone say it's wrong. When there's a light, what light? There's a light, what light? There's a light, white light.
We started with the class-leading RX. We gave it paddle shifters to help you command the road. A sport mode to help you control the road. And a sport-tuned suspension to help you connect with the road. The Lexus RX F-Sport. This is the RX Elevated. Lease the 2016 RX 350 for $419 a month for 36 months. See your Lexus dealer.
If it rains and it storms, you might lose TV. No shows tonight when there's snow or high winds or even hail. Kiss your shows goodbye.
We actually have Xfinity, so weather isn't a problem.
Don't get left behind with DirecTV. Xfinity gives you reliable TV service, rain or shine. Sign up today or get started with this great offer. Call or go online today.
Time for our hefty home runs in the heft tonight. Provided by Javier Baez with his second career grand slam. And then Chris Bryant, 2-run homer to give him 101 RBIs, and both were frozen ropes.
Yeah, a couple of loud noises. There's been a lot of damage done by the Cubs here tonight. Pretty good beatdown on this Pirate pitching staff.
From Koch. He's inside. Bill's been in the big leagues since 2008. Ground ball to short. Florimone shuffling his feet to the right. Makes a play.
The most popular way to follow the Cubs postseason push is with MLB.com @BAT, the #1 app for live baseball. Enjoy game day, live game video highlights, StatCast, news, and more. Get MLB.com @BAT on your favorite devices now.
Tim Fedorovich will get a rare plate appearance. One of the September call-ups. I think this is his first action since he was brought back here in September from AAA Iowa. 13 games earlier this season with the Cubs. So his first major league plate appearance since June 12th. Koch made 16 appearances last year for the Cubs. Had a 6.30 ERA, 2 appearances for Toronto as well. And this year splitting time with the Yanks and now the Pirates. Sharply hit grounder foul. Cardinals down 14-1. Bottom of the 5th. Reds have 18 hits tonight. Votto, Duvall, Selski have homered for Cincinnati. Duvall's hit 2. Brandon Phillips is 4 for 4 as Fedorovich strikes out. Strike on Coghlan. Breaking ball misses outside. Three and one.
Hey, just so you can plan accordingly.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is National Chocolate Milk Day.
Okay. Chocolate milk and pancakes. That sounds good. Do that right at midnight.
It's also National Corned Beef Hash Day.
Who comes up with these things? Is there one council that just decides?
No, I think you're a council and you say
you declare it.
Today's going to be our day.
Ball 4. Good night for Coghlan. 2 singles, 2 walks.
They've had more traffic than the what's the big main drag in Pittsburgh? Forbes Avenue. The Boulevard of the Allies.
Estella out into right center. Coughlin toward third, and Gary Jones is not going to push it with his team up 12. That's a double.
Estella walking a double his 2 trips to the plate tonight. 16 hits for the Cubs. Wilson Ramos, catcher for the Nationals, got hurt tonight.
What happened?
He exited in the 6th inning when he landed awkwardly after trying to catch a high throw home. This is per Eddie Matz of ESPN. Before walking off the field very gingerly, he was on the ground for several minutes, grimacing in pain and clutching his right knee. I showed you that clip earlier of Harper and the awkward slide into third. He injured his thumb. Daniel Murphy's got a strained buttocks. Strasburg's got the elbow. Do you know the latest on Strasburg? What's the word out of that?
I haven't seen a thing.
Camp?
One and 2 on Matt Caesar. Tap foul.
Got to play, you know. That's the thing. These teams that are headed to the postseason, you like to wrap your guys up in bubble wrap and then open them back up when the postseason starts, but can't afford to do that. You have to keep guys engaged, keep them sharp and focused.
So here's the injury you were talking about. Yeah, it's definitely
right knee.
Yeah. A little scary. Gets by, and Coughlin will hold.
Should have known the Diamondbacks were going to have a bad year when they broke out those ugly uniforms in spring training. That was kind of just bad karma.
You brought it up, but as we watched that highlight, I thought, yeah, I'm still not.
Still an unsettled situation out there in the desert. What they're going to do with the Dave Stewart and Tony La Russa. Will they keep them on as the decision makers? Diamondbacks 64-91. Currently in last place in the NL West. Usually there's some action right at the end of the season before the postseason starts. MLB prefers that teams don't make a lot of new news that would upstage the postseason. So first Monday after the season ends, you might see some changes.
Caesar strikes out. Cubs strand a couple, but that's no big deal. They're up 12.
The Honda Take Home a CRV sales event is here with incredible deals. Loaded with standard features like Pandora compatibility, a multi-angle rear view camera, and plenty of cargo space. It's no wonder the CRV was named Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Buy for 2016. Hurry into the Honda Take Home a CRV sales event and get a great deal today.
If you're in the market for a new car, there's a new choice in town. Introducing Elgin Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. 4 of the most popular and dependable automotive brands from one of the most trusted automotive names in Chicagoland, the Bob Lacurcio Auto Group, which means the new choice in town is now part of the best choice in town. Don't miss our celebration event going on now at the grand opening of the all-new Elgin Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Elgin, or visit elgincdjr.com.
You're going to like buying a car this way.
How did DirecTV build the first-of-its-kind channel dedicated to fantasy football live on Sunday? They put together a team of in-studio experts with insightful in-game analysis of Sunday's biggest plays as they happen. Plus the latest NFL.com stats, injury news, and storylines that affect your lineups. Stay connected to the source on your favorite device while your team is on the big screen. All in a Sunday's work. Only NFL Sunday Ticket Max gives you the DirecTV Fantasy Zone. Upgrade your Sundays this fall. Channel 704.
Cubs, Pirates, tomorrow at 6 on CSN Chicago.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan at our Comcast Sportsnet studios with the Sportsnet Central Update presented by Bob's Discount Furniture, home of untouchable values. Holly joins me for Blue Cross Blue Shield Cup postgame live after the final out. Then later tonight, Sportsnet Central recaps tonight on the Diamond, plus highlights from Bulls Media Day. Now we go back to Pittsburgh. Len and JD.
Well, thank you, David. Time now for the PNC Bank upcoming schedule. Here's the rest of the regular season. And we're right here on CSN the next 2 nights. Friday and Saturday as well from that Cincinnati ballpark. Hector Rondon in the 8th.
Well, you might say he's overqualified to protect his 12-0 lead. But just, again, getting work, staying sharp. He has worked 6 times since coming off the disabled list here in the month of September. Did not go well last time against the Cardinals a couple days ago. He allowed 3 hits, 3 runs, and a third of an inning.
But why is it, Jim DeShays? It's probably not. It just feels this way when you are getting blown out. Reliever comes in, gives up the 4 spot in the 8th, but when you're ahead 12-0, you just kind of cruise right through it. Weird, isn't it? It feels like you're much more susceptible on the other end on a night like this. So if you're a Cub pitcher, you want to get in there. If you're a Pirate reliever, you're probably going, not so much. That is gone. Well, Matt Joyce to the opposite way. And the Pirates are on the board.
That was one impressive swing of the bat by Joyce. We talked about his exploits earlier as a pinch hitter this year. This is his second plate appearance tonight. He lined out to left last time, so he likes to go that way, and he goes that way with authority. Man, that's a big part of the yard to go opposite field.
So much for my theory.
Yeah, well, that's just a little backdoor slider up in the zone. That's a Ford home run replay. Well, I think there's in any kind of a blowout game, usually as you get into the later stages of the game, the quality of that bats suffer. But probably more so for the team that's getting drubbed. You know, you just kind of mentally checked out a little bit.
Sure, that.
And on the
Makes
other
sense.
side, you got guys that are having good nights. You know, they already had 2 or 3 hits.
David Freese pinch hitting for Koch. You got a line on Koch? I got it.
What do you
1
got?
in the third, 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, no runs.
Hey, freeze up, baby.
The 3-2 fouled off. Another ball hit well, way back, and gone.
Fireworks. Back-to-back Joyce and Freeze. Both going the opposite way.
So 12-2, and it's Sean Rodriguez. Swing and a miss. '97. Little anger there, I think, from Hector. 0-2.
Yeah, I imagine he's a little annoyed right now. Rodriguez having the best home run year of his career. He's gone deep 18 times this season.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. It's Jacob Stallings. There's some dude running the fireworks here tonight. I was thinking, I'm probably not going to have to really do much work. It is a little odd, isn't it, when you're down double digits in runs to see the fireworks go off, but I guess that's the deal when they hit a home run.
Yeah. You have to honor the home run. You could understand having a policy that said we're only going to put off fireworks if we hit home runs or if we're within 5 runs, because it does seem a little weird. Stallings' dad is the basketball coach here in town at the University of Pittsburgh.
Slider missed up, 3-1. And rolled into left for a base hit. The scouting report on Stallings as a catcher. One thing that scouts have taken note of When the manager needs to buy some time for the bullpen, he's your man.
Aptly named.
Here's Frazier. I'll stop. Charged by Baez down to a knee. Gets it to Kawasaki. They'll only get one. I mentioned this the last time we were here, but near our field microphone is a Pirates coach. It might be Dave Jowls, a Chicago native, but before just about every pitch, and he's got a nickname for all his guys. I just heard him say, "Come on, Flo." He said, "Come on, Fraze." Josh Bell, it was JB. J-So's JJ.
Yeah, everybody has some kind of a nickname in baseball. Some are really creative. Many are not. Usually if a guy has like a long last name, they just shorten it. And if he has a short last name, you throw a Y on the end. David Freese was Freezy.
Well, Freezy. Gary Jones is Jonesy. Brandon Hyde is Hyder. It ends in an E. You can add an R to it.
Hinsky is Ski.
Swing and a miss. The inning is over. Back-to-back homers, Joyce and Freese get the Pirates on the board, but it's still all Cubs tonight.
We're Southwest, and we have one word for you. Yes. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. Yes to rewards you can actually use. How you like us now? In a world full of no, we're a plane full of yes. That's transparency.
This beer is true to its roots. Brewed only in Golden, Colorado, and nowhere else, ever. Coors Banquet. That's how it's done.
Play hard, party hard. That's what I tell my players. When it's time to celebrate, I shop at Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. And like I coach the guys, if you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Navigate everything Mother Nature dishes out with Toyota's wide range of SUVs with available all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Have a big family? Adventure seeker. Want to go off-roading? Mother Nature is one tough lady. Toyota's all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive SUVs are tougher. Tested, trusted Toyota. Lease a new 2016 RAV4 with zero due at signing and zero first month's payment. Or get 0% APR for 60 months. Find yours at buyatoyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Tomorrow night, join us for Game 2 of the series as the Cubs face the Pirates. Coverage begins at 5 with Sports Talk Live, followed by a brand new edition of Bases Loaded on CSN.
Here's Jared Hughes.
He's an enthusiastic right-hander. He comes sprinting out of that bullpen. I'd be gassed if I ran as hard as he did from the bullpen to the mound. Bundle of energy out there. His 64th appearance comes tonight. He's 1-1 with an ERA of 3. Sinkers and sliders, changeup. Usually gets a lot of outs on the ground.
Hughes to Contreras. And a strike. If you're in the Cub dugout, you're going, come on, Willie.
I would nickname him Extra L. That would be my nickname for him.
Yeah, that's 3 syllables. 2 max, right, for a good nickname?
Well, there's a nickname that, there's multiple layers of nicknaming. You can give a guy a long nickname that you don't really use. Like back in the day, there was Death to Flying Things Ferguson, the outfielder. I doubt that anybody would.
Right.
Hey, what's up, Death to Flying Things?
It's kind of second level nicknaming.
Yeah. Or Hugh, losing pitcher Mulcahy. I didn't use that very often. Now,
2 silhouettes on Deshays is Chris Berman's nickname that he stuck on you, but no one's going to say, hey, silhouettes on.
Now, here's one, the Big Hurt, right? Frank Thomas. Did anybody ever? I think he was referred to as the Big Hurt, and people might have called him Hurt, but I doubt that anybody said, "Hey, what's up, Big Hurt?"
Right. Contreras hustling, but he's thrown out by Florimon.
Randy Johnson, the Big Unit.
Right.
People would call him RJ, or refer to him as the Unit, but probably say, "Hey, what's up, Big Unit?"
There's Chapman getting ready for a non-save spot. So to take this all full circle tonight, I think you, as president of our council, should come up with National Nickname Day.
I like it.
But will it be September 26th? Would we have to then petition for next year?
We're going to check the calendar to see when there's a light, because you don't want your day overshadowed by like Pancake Day and things of that nature.
I suppose we should find out if there is such a thing as National Nickname Day already on the books. And if they have all their paperwork filed and that sort of thing, because we can get our lawyers on this. Hayward out into deep left center. And it drops down as he'll head to second. He's got a double. He's had a good night. 2 hits, 2 RBIs, so far 2 runs.
Yeah, very nice night. Couple of knocks, sac fly, a walk. Pirate pitchers have made 220 pitches in this ball game. They've walked 6, allowed 17 hits. Cubs have thrown 143 pitches.
Line shot, center field. Hayward to third. The hit parade continues.
See, that's the other part of it too. You get into a blowout game like this, and the idea of knocking somebody off the plate, that moment has passed. You know, the damage has been done, so you don't really have that in your arsenal as a pitcher.
Yeah, good point.
And you got a bunch of comfortable hitters up there.
Cubs have tied their season high with 18 hits April 21st in Cincinnati. Cubs won that game 16-0. That was the One of Chris Bryant's big games. Went 4 for 6 with 6 knocked in, 2 home runs. That was the Arrieta no-hitter.
This game now has the vibe of a spring training B game played at 10 o'clock in the morning. Not many folks in the ballpark.
The announced paid crowd tonight, 20,519. There may be 5,000 or 6,000 max at this point. Swing and a miss by Almora. It's 2-2.
Sense a little sarcasm in the "Let's Go Bucks" chant.
So our viewers on Twitter are telling us that National Nickname Day does not exist. So
it's wide open for us.
I think we should look into it. We meaning you. I grab all the mail that says Len and JD. So I think that in fairness.
Well, we're gonna look up Noodles Hahn, since that's a great nickname, and we'll make whatever his birthday is will be National Nickname Day.
Oh, I love that idea. Okay. Another foul. That is April 29th, 1879. He was born.